Here along with Jim Hendrick, Evansville, Indiana, the shores of the Ohio River. Let's look at the gladiators now for Heat 1A. Jerry Hopp out of Seattle, his first race in 1984 aboard the Raven tires. Todd Yarling, co-rookie of the year in 1983, driving a new boat, Chet's Music Shop. George Johnson, the Miss Executone Telephones. They've done some work on the systems in that boat. It's running better now. E. Milner Irvin and the Miss Renault qualified at 123 miles per hour, running much better than the first two races. And Mickey Riemann, the Union-based Squire Shop, qualifying at 131 miles per hour. Again, the lineup now for 1A, the Squire Shop, Renault, Executone Telephones, Chet's Music, and Raven Tires. Here we go with Heat 1A. And as they race now for the starting line, it's the Squire Shop on the inside. In lane 2 is the Miss Renault and Milner Irvin. Lane 3, Chet's Music with Todd Yarling. In lane 4, it's going to be the Executone Telephones with George Johnson. Here they come down towards the west turn here in Heat 1A in Evansville, Indiana. Mickey Riemann in that familiar spot in lane number 1. He loves to take the shortest route around the course, as he puts it, here on this 2-mile course. Second place, Miss Renault, you see going out of the screen. Good race right there for third and fourth as George Johnson goes way wide in the Executone Telephones. Back to the leader, and that's the Squire Shop, the winner of the race up in Syracuse, New York, just 2 weeks ago. Mickey Riemann qualifying at 131 miles per hour on this 2-mile course. Milner Irvin, second place, the Miss Renault. Third place, George Johnson, Executone Telephones. And fourth place, Todd Yarling in the Chet's Music Shop. And here comes the Squire Shop into the east turn again. Mickey Riemann, a boat that won in New York, and they've done some work on the rudder. They've had a little problem there, but they've worked it out pretty well here in Evansville, Indiana. He's going down the main straightaway with a slight dog leg to the left. It's not a perfectly straight straightaway coming down this area. Second place, the Renault. Average speed now 115 miles per hour for the Squire Shop. Third place, Executone Telephones. Mickey Riemann in the lead and in control as he comes down to the west turn here on the Ohio River. We'll have 2 races on the Ohio. Next week we go on up to Madison, Indiana. Mickey Riemann in the Squire Shop. Executone Telephones in third place. And he's having a pretty good race with that man on the inside. You saw his rooster tail, that being Chet's Music. Here's Raven Tire, Jerry Hopp, just trying to keep that boat running and pick up some points in his first race of 1984. Chet's Music on the right. In fourth place on the left is Executone Telephones and George Johnson. And that's the first place boat, Mickey Riemann in the Squire Shop. 3-year-old boat, but is doing very, very well here now for the Squire Shop and owner Bob Stile. Jim Harvey, the crew chief. Milner Irvin and the Miss Renault coming down in second place here in Evansville, Indiana. The Thunder on the Ohio 6, but look at the race now for third and fourth place. Executone in that bright blue and white, dark blue boat. George Johnson, a driver. Raven Tires and Jerry Hopp staying alive, keeping in the hunt. First race for that boat here in 1984. Back to Mickey Riemann in full control. That boat running very, very well now. The Miss Renault, they've gone back to the basics for that boat, trying to get it toned down, riding a little better on choppy water. There's your race for third and fourth place. Going down the back chute, it's rather narrow there, but the acceleration has to go to the Executone Telephones. However, the position as they go in now to the east turn has to go to Todd Yarling and Chet's Music Shop. Look at this race as they come out of that west turn now and they go down the main straightaway. Executone on the outside. George Johnson driving on the inside. Todd Yarling, who gained a lot of respect when they were racing in New York just a couple of weeks ago. Executone Telephones on the outside. Mickey Riemann extending his lead now as he goes down the back chute ahead of that man, Milner Irvin, and the Miss Renault. But a great battle for third and fourth place. And again, just like New York, these two, boy, they're getting to know each other quite well. They're going deck to deck again. Raven Tire, Jerry Hopp, keeping things rolling, keeping that Allison engine running very well to get some points here. And, of course, it looks like the leader, the Squire Shop with Mickey Riemann, could lap Jerry Hopp here on this particular lap. Average speed now for the Squire Shop, 115.6. Very consistent speeds for Mickey Riemann, 115, around 116. Back to that great lead, and again the position goes to Todd Yarling. He turns very well. At first they thought, well, maybe he had a lot to learn about turning, but he's doing a great job here. He did well in New York as well, handling that boat. Nice little piece of driving here. Look as he swings out wide and forces George Johnson to go wide as well here on this dog leg down the main chute. That's the battle for third and fourth place. Executone Telephone and Chet's Music Shop. There's the second place boat, Milner Irvin and the Miss Renault, handling a lot better now. They decided to go back to the beginning where they were in Miami when it ran well prior to that race down in Florida. Executone Telephone George Johnson saying this year he's having a lot of fun because he's not only trying to keep the boat running in the races, but having a little fun racing, and he's doing that right now. Look at that picture, deck to deck between Chet's Music Shop and George Johnson. This could be almost a video replay of the race in New York when they went hand in hand for 5 straight laps before George Johnson finally eking out a win, a victory, and picking up the win ahead of Chet's Music. Again, here they are. Chet's Music on the inside, George Johnson on the outside, that Lucero designed boat on the outside. John Stardicker built that brand new boat for Chet's Music on the inside, so you have 2 brand new boats racing here in Evansville, Indiana. Oh, it appears now that George Johnson has widened his lead over that boat, Chet's Music, in 4th place. And here comes your winner of Heat 1A, the Squire Shop, with Mickey Riemann, picking up another 400 points. And 2nd place goes to Milner Irvin, the Miss Renault. And here's how the points were distributed. Squire Shop with 400. Renault 2nd place. Executone Telephones 3rd. Chet's Music coming in 4th. And Raven Tires in 5th place. Let's go down to Jim Hendrick and the winner.
Now, right now, they've just come in and they're talking over between the chief of the crew, of course, Jim Harvey, and driver, of course, Mickey Riemann.
Hi, Jim.
Hey, how was it out there?
Oh, it's a little lumpy out there, but it's usually lumpy with the big 3,000-pound boats. I mean, 3-ton boats. It gets a little lumpy.
Jim, you must have been happy to see him nail that start the way he did.
Well, he's been doing a pretty good job of that. We had a game plan to follow in this heat, and it worked according to schedule.
Okay, Don, happy winners, of course, of Heat 1A.
And Jim, we have a crowd of better than 85,000 on hand today. More racing for them and for you in just a minute.